SmackDown was 2 hours. The first hour had one wrestling match. There was only 3 across the entire show and just a whole lot of promos. Let's talk about last night's Friday Night SmackDown. Hello, I'm Kieran and I'm Kieran Chats and I chat all things entertainment, especially WWE. Friday Night SmackDown last night was a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of wrestling at all. It was a 2-hour show. There was 3 wrestling matches in that time. And the first 30 minutes was commercial free. We got about a minute and a half of wrestling at the end of that 30-minute period. It was the United States Championship. Back on the line, Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams. We will talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about how SmackDown kicked off and set up what is going to be a really interesting feud going forward. It's Kevin Owens versus CM Punk. They announced in a backstage segment, in one of the many backstage segments tonight, that CM Punk will take on Kevin Owens in Toronto on the 21st of August edition of Friday Night SmackDown. The show kicked off with Cody Rhodes coming to the ring. CM Punk was having absolutely none of it. He interrupted him straight away. Cody Rhodes then just left. Interesting moment. CM Punk says to him as he's in the aisleway, hey, say when. So it looks like we're going to get a Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk feud a little bit further on down the line. Hopefully though, not yet. Because what happened later in the show, I am very interested in. First though, Kevin Owens, he came out, he interrupted CM Punk, and that promo from him was great. The potential in this feud is so good. It's exactly the type of feud that I need right now. And you know what? SmackDown needs this type of feud as well. I am looking forward to that. Cannot wait to see the 21st of August, the match between those two. We get into the United States Championship match then, about 28 minutes or so into the broadcast. It took ages to get to some actual wrestling. It was a rematch from SummerSlam. The match was, as you expect, pretty standard, and then even ended the similar way that SummerSlam ended with Baron Corbin hitting Trick Williams with that bejazzled and furry United States Championship. They haven't changed it just yet. Baron Corbin, though, he remains United States Champion, but that was not all for Baron Corbin. Oh no, he was doing a backstage segment with Kathy Kelly. Yes, another backstage segment, but Carmelo Hayes, he was the man who interrupted him. And actually, we set up another United States Championship match for next week on SmackDown. There's actually going to be 2. There's going to be a women's and a men's one, but it's going to be Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes next week in Boston's TD Garden. That's going to be a cracker. Chelsea Green then, she got to have her moment as the new WWE Women's Champion. She did have a t-shirt on that had interim scrubbed out and had permanent champion written on it. I'm assuming they had that t-shirt done before Rhea Ripley announced that she had surgery a couple of days ago and that she's going to be out for 6 or 7 months. Rhea Ripley winning the Royal Rumble. Potentially, we'll see if she gets back in time for that in February. They didn't address the fact that maybe they were dropping interim. When she was introduced by Mark Nash, she was just introduced as the WWE Women's Champion. There was nothing that said interim apart from it being crossed off on her t-shirt. So I'm assuming we can now say that Chelsea Green is the one and only WWE Women's Champion, because my God, she deserves to be that Women's Champion. Now, the problem, they had Chelsea Green lose to Fatal Influence. Now, the way this set up was JC Jane and Fatal Influence, they came out. JC Jane said, I want to take Tiffany Stratton's United States Championship, so she's Tiffy no titles. She said, Tiffany Stratton said, I will give you a title shot next week on SmackDown if you give us a tag team title match right now. That was granted. There's going to be a title match next week. Fatal Influence, of course, retained their tag titles over Tiffany and Chelsea Green, but did we really need to have Chelsea Green eat the pin? I don't think we needed that at all. It could have been a DQ finish where even Chelsea and Tiffy won and Fatal Influence, they just went home with the titles. I think it's a bit shitty that you have Chelsea Green pick up the title on SummerSlam weekend and then go and eat the pinfall the very next week on SmackDown. What are you doing to Chelsea Green? By the way, side note, so many Chelsea Green hats and t-shirts in that crowd. It was a brilliant moment for Chelsea Green. Well done, Chelsea. Interesting little promo as well we got to see from Shinsuke Nakamura. He says he is back and he is not coming alone. Who is going to be teamed with Shinsuke Nakamura? Is he bringing someone from Japan? Is he bringing someone from NXT, from AAA? I don't know, but he is coming after the MFTs, it so appears. It's incredible. He's back. Shinsuke Nakamura back on SmackDown. We don't know when, but he is coming and he is bringing support. We've also set up Nikki Bella versus Paige as well. Neither were actually on the show tonight, but Nikki Bella did a vignette, a promo, and she was calling out Paige. It looks like that's definitely 100% going to be the next feud there. I mean, that's the way it looked after SummerSlam anyway, when Nikki Bella and Brie Bella turned on Paige. Of course, Brie is sadly injured. She's going to be out for a little while. I'm interested to see what Paige potentially says back next week on SmackDown. Then, arguably, the biggest surprise of the night, that came in the main event. It was Jade Cargill taking on Charlotte Flair. We got two returns in this match. We got the return of Alexa Bliss, and she brought her Lily doll with her. Yes, I told you there was two returns. She had a little play, though, written on her glove. The arena went completely black. Standing then on the ring post when the camera turned around was Tatum Paxley. It looks like she has made her WWE main roster SmackDown debut. Lovely crossbody taking out Meechim and B-Fab on the outside of the ring, allowing then Alexa Bliss and Charlotte to get involved in Charlotte's match, and Charlotte then picked up the victory, and it allowed the three ladies to turn around and have an amazing moment in the middle of the ring. Three of them standing tall to end SmackDown. It looks like there was a brand new faction on Friday Night SmackDown, and it's Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Tatum Paxley. SmackDown, I'm not going to lie, it was a pretty hard watch. The promos and backstage segments were a lot. They were relentless. Doing the first 30 minutes of the show commercial free and then not having that much wrestling in that was a big faux pas for me, even though it was quite good. The promo between Cody, Kevin Owens, and CM Punk. Oh my god, I forgot about the big promo in the middle of the show as well. Randy Orton, he came back out and he was going to tell us why he screwed over Cody Rhodes. He never got that far because Cody Rhodes came straight out and he interrupted him. And actually, Cody Rhodes probably got the better of Randy Orton in that particular skirmish. There was no physicality in it, but in a vocal skirmish they had on Friday Night SmackDown. That is a feud I am looking forward to. Cody Rhodes ending it with the amazing phrase saying, "Randy, you're the legend killer. Look around. You are the only legend left. Have you asked yourself the question, who is going to kill you?" Cody Rhodes is coming for Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes says he's no longer a WWE champion, so he doesn't have to be a good guy anymore. Are we finally getting a slow heel turn, or at least a bad guy, from Cody Rhodes? That's my thoughts on Friday Night SmackDown. What did you think of the show? Let me know in the comments and follow along for some more WWE related content from me here on Chats.